is Martin Kasbohm, and I have the pleasure to be your host today for this press conference. And I had also the pleasure in the course of the last 12 months to see the development of Husqvarna motorcycles, of this incredible brand. And today we move even a step forward. Pioneering since 1903. That's a claim that you can substantiate. You always have to deliver tangible progressive actions. Actions that push through certain boundaries and question the logic behind innovation, beliefs, and of course, future goals. We all know that Husqvarna motorcycle is one of the oldest motorcycle brands on this planet. And it started with the first ideas of putting a single engine into a bicycle frame more than 114 years ago. And this is why we're here today. Husqvarna Motorcycles takes the next step and continues to add the pioneering story with their launch of the TE 250i and the TE 300i Enduro models. And these milestones, of course, also mark the introduction of the electronic fuel injection in the latest two-generation two-stroke off-road machines. But right now we would like to show you why we truly believe in our pioneering vision.
Time is an extremely valuable asset. So how do we choose where to spend this precious commodity? Wouldn't it be wiser to follow existing routes and just use proven ideas that will bring about easy profit? Why would we put so much effort into the unknown? Because we felt the street was missing something. A design that challenges traditional motorcycling stereotypes. Essentially, making urban motorcycling more accessible and inviting than ever before. Progressive modern motorcycles reduced to the bare minimum of what is needed for a truly authentic, raw, and thrilling riding experience. We believe any time spent pioneering is time well spent. We invite you to explore Husqvarna's new range of street motorcycles together with us.
Yes, and this is exactly why we are here today. Because riding is always merely more than just about winning races. It's about moving forward. It's about progression. It's about exploring your own surroundings. It's about leaving everything behind. And this is the motivation that inspired Husqvarna Motorcycles to make a return to the street. And this is what we are about to see today. Progressive bikes with a modern single-cylinder engine where we simply stripped away everything that was not needed and not necessary. And this, in essence, is the very meaning of our approach. Simple, progressive. And to give you a little bit of more details and more insights about the brand Husqvarna Motorcycles, I'd like to invite with me here on stage Oliver Göring, Managing Director of Husqvarna Motorcycles. Please, a big hand of applause.
Hello Martin.
Hi Oliver.
Hello everybody.
Oliver, I mean, you have seen firsthand the extraordinary process in the development of these incredible new street range models. What is the step forward for the brand?
Well, I think you should know, in the beginning we gave our designer a different briefing. So they were coming up with their proposals accordingly, but then afterwards they were showing us some new, exciting ideas, which then became the basic concept for the new range. And even if the output was totally unexpected, it just felt right, and I was convinced straight away.
Wow, so I mean, were there any complications in this process, like in producing those new bikes?
Thankfully, no. We have been happy immediately and fully focusing in bringing this vision into life. And if you compare our Vitpilen 701 prototype from 2 years ago and the serial product that we are going to unveil right now, I dare say that we are proud that we have developed very much, I would say, different bike. So you can say what we would describe it, it is like we have developed a bike that is as close to the concept bike as possible. And this is beyond all odds of homologation, and you know.
I mean, you mentioned it already. The serial production is on. When are we going to see the first bikes out there on the streets?
The Vitpilen 701 and the Vitpilen 401, as well as the Svartpilen 401, will be out at dealer's floor in March 2018. So, coming springtime, we are on the street.
I mean, I'm sure that sounds excellent. So I think we are ready for the production bikes. I mean, we have seen the Vitpilen 401 and the Svartpilen 401, but today we're here to present the world premiere of the serial bike of the Vitpilen 701. So let's take a look at how similar the production bike is to the prototype. But before, one more thing.
Yes, I would say that we are proud that this prototype is as close to the concept bike as somehow possible, and we will see this soon.
Okay, then I would say, let's see it on the video first before we go live.
With so much chaos, complexity, and madness in our modern world, it is refreshing to discover an antidote. For no matter how advanced we might have become, one truth will always remain, that in all things, excellence is in simplicity. It's the freedom of not needing to fight against the chaos, but instead, with a clear head, being able to feed off it, to ride it. Because with just the slightest shift of viewpoint, we can open up a whole new world of potential. Introducing our vision of the future, the Vitpilen 701. A progressive return to how riding a motorcycle was always meant to be. Vitpilen 701. Simple, progressive.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a big hand of applause. Oliver Göring unveiled already the bikes here. Oliver, would you mind joining me here just for a few further questions that I would have here? I mean, what are the main technical features of those bikes?
Well, it's the most powerful single cylinder on the market. A 693cc double overhead cam liquid cooled engine with traction control producing 75 horses.
Okay, Oliver, I mean, when I take a look here, and of course, guys, you're invited to take pictures. This is neither black nor white. How would you describe the design of the bike?
Yes, compared to the 401 models, the Vitpilen 701 focuses much more on performance. So it is, I would say, for the experienced motorcycle enthusiast. A unique step up in Swedish simplicity in design and built with the most premium components. We call it our progressive street roadster.
You said it already. I mean, where do you see those bikes?
Well, as you have already seen in the video, these bikes love to be ridden. So be that on your daily urban commute from A to B, or the more thrilling rides beyond the city limits, it's a pure experience that lets you escape your daily urban chaos.
Wow, I think we are very much impressed by those two bikes. Ladies and gentlemen, you are of course now invited to take some pictures. Thank you very much, Oliver, for being with us here on stage. A big hand of applause. Oliver Göring, Managing Director, Husqvarna Motorcycles. And of course, guys, you can now be excited. We have those bikes on the street, as we heard before, in March 2018. Go to your dealers and get the bookings. To take us through the next step, because of course we have a second very important part here with me on stage, I would like to invite Managing Director from Husqvarna Motorcycles, Oliver Göring, Reinhold Zenz on stage, of course.
Hi Martin, hi everybody.
Hello Reinhold.
Welcome.
Reinhold, you know, we are here at the EICMA in Milano, and the EICMA is always great for new updates, for getting the latest updates. We're all very curious about what is coming next. What is this new street range that we have here?
First of all, let me say we are really enthusiastic, very enthusiastic. It starts now in a couple of weeks production. It's a dream coming true. Now, if you look at those bikes, you can imagine for the future we're having a whole lot of ideas and inspiration what additional models could be part of that model range. And as you see those progressive bikes, you can imagine that ourselves in developing that model range into the future on a much broader scale, we're going to be very progressive as well.
Okay, I mean, you say it already. We're talking about being progressive, simple progressive. Let's take a look forward 5 years. Where do you see it in 5 years?
Now, that's a very good question. Basically, the answer to that is very easy. We're opening a new gateway to motorcycle culture. Now, what do I mean by that? If you look at the world of motorcycles today,
enough theory. Which other step do you want to present today here at EICMA?
You've seen the Vitpilen 701 being unveiled here. Now, the next logic step, of course, is to understand how could the Svartpilen design finally being translated into a 701 version. And happily, that's what we're going to present to you now.
Okay, I would say before we unveil the bike, let's watch the video first. Wow, that looks to me like a bike that brings back some raw riding feeling back to the streets.
Yes, that is true. Internally, we call it the Dark Street Explorer.
The Dark Street Explorer. Well, I would say let's not waste too much time anymore. Let's see the bike live. Reinhold, please. Guys, of course, now you're invited to take some pictures of the Svartpilen 701. I mean, Reinhold, obviously you can see the dark undertones and the design of the bike. How else would you describe the Svartpilen 701?
Basically, the design was inspired by the raw and timeless authenticity of the flat track scene. But the realization, of course, was done in a complete progressive, modern and new way.
Okay, And how would you describe the technical features of that bike?
Now still, of course, this is a wonderful concept bike. Really great concept bike, I have to say. But basically, you simply understand that the basis is the 690cc engine, 75 horsepower, 6-speed gearbox, and as you know it from all our bikes, premium, high-quality components as standard. So that's the whole concept of the bike.
Wow. I would say this is definitely something that we guys should take a lot of pictures of, and of course at home on the live stream, take a closer look at the Svartpilen 711. Thank you very much, Reinhold, for joining us here on stage.
Thank you.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this already brings us to the end of the press conference here at the Husqvarna Motorcycles booth at EICMA 2017. I would like to invite you guys now to join us here at the information booth to get the press kit and of course meet all our distinguished guests.